Hello LEGO fans, welcome back to LEGO 48. Yeah, I know, I was supposed to post a new video some time ago, but I've been busy building things, trying to get ready for BrickWorld Chicago, which at this point is only about 2 weeks away. Today I wanted to show off the main modules that I'll be taking with me to Chicago. Let's start with this blue and gray tower in the middle. It's a basic tread lifter based on a design by my friend Ben, but I've made a few improvements to it. One of these days, I do intend to post a video that covers this design in a little more detail. Moving on, the next module is something that I designed as a potential replacement for ball pumps. I call it an arm lifter because of the rotating arms that move the balls up the tower. It's my implementation of an idea that I got from 2-in-1 bricking. Coming out of the arm lifter is my gate. This isn't new, but I've decided to bring it with me to Chicago to add to the GBC loop. Next is my vertical S-curve lifter. It has a new hopper and infeed, also in shades of blue and gray, that should be able to feed the lifter with more consistent and reliable timing. It also has a new outfeed ramp that should be smoother and more reliable as well. This leads into the same spiral tower and zigzag ramp. The next module is the result of getting design advice from my niece and nephew, who wanted me to do my next build in the style of Future City. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but this tower was my best attempt to do that. Of course, when I showed this to them, their next comment was that it needed a greenhouse. Well, I needed a platform for the next piece of it anyway, so I decided to make that out of clear panels and added some vegetation, and voila! A 2-story greenhouse for my Future City tower. Beyond the tower is a new splitter based on the design from JK Brickworks. It's compact and reliable and allowed me to shorten the overall length of this setup. The splitter feeds a new set of spacers, which will feed the crisscross track from the FIL project, which is not on the table today because I just don't have enough room. And I don't have enough room because of this, my baby bridge unit. I decided back in January that I wanted to build a bridge unit. I tried several different designs before I settled on this one, building it at about 40% of full size for testing. I want to take this to Chicago to see how it performs before scaling it up to full size for Brick Fair, Virginia at the beginning of August. The lifting tower is simply a taller version of the same tread lifter. The bridge span itself is a truss-style span with elevated train rails to carry the balls across. I chose to use some of my vintage 12-volt train rails, partly as a nod to my own LEGO history, but also because the rails have a 1-stud gap between them, which is perfect for putting an LED light strip under the rails. At the end of the span is a tower with an oval spiral to bring the balls back down to table level. And finally, I have another span that loops back to the original tower. The reason for the loop back is in case I have a problem with the tower and have to shut it down. If I have to bypass this, the distance that I have to cover is pretty small, something that I can easily cover with another spare module. So that's what I have this year. Not much in terms of new technologies, but a bunch of improvements that should hopefully make everything run more smoothly this year. The other big change is that I've done more with lighting this year. These modules will look really cool when they turn the lights out for a world of lights. In the meantime, I need to figure out how to pack all this stuff.